Hello, Capricorn. Something surreal is coming through for you today. Something surreal is about to happen to you. Capricorn, I'm seeing that now is the time to fill up your cup. So it's time to fill up your diet with fruits and vegetables or whatever you know is healthy for you. And self-expression, your creativity, mic time. Because at this time, you could be feeling like no one truly understands you or your identity. No one is ever going to understand you. That's what this means. You feel as if no one ever could or ever will understand you. There's also something here, Capricorn, about you having a very, very significant dream here. It could be some sort of psychic dream or some sort of spiritual phenomena happening through dreams in the dream realm. And there could be something about you trying to interpret that, okay? Trying to understand that. Dream interpretation is a type of shadow work. It's very interesting what you can learn about yourself. So why does Capricorn feel as if no one will ever understand them? That's the thing. That's why it will fill up your cup to express yourself. Right when I said that, the Queen of Swords. So first of all, you feel like people will never understand your rebellion against corruption and your connection with the divine, your connection with spirit or your specific spirituality. You feel that no one would ever or could ever completely understand you. Your flow, your ego, and it's your identity, okay? The sun here, it's like your identity. So you feel that no one will ever truly understand your identity. And it's reminding me of something I saw recently that said you want others to understand you, but maybe the universe wants you to understand yourself. Something like that. Your dreams as well, your family, your hopes, your dreams. So we have the 10 of Pentacles, 10 of Cups, and the Sun. We also have the 3 of Cups. So you feel as if your family or your friends could never understand you, never understand your identity. Maybe you don't fit into the majority. Maybe people don't understand your intentions. They misconstrue your intentions. You're doing everything in your power to find your responsibility for yourself. You're doing everything in your power to stand in responsibility over yourself so that you don't become another person that just never changes, never grows, and just does the same thing and expects different results. So you're putting forth a lot of energy and effort towards self-responsibility, but people aren't quite understanding your truth, what brings you joy, your identity. Maybe it's even your sun sign. Maybe you're a Capricorn sun, okay? And you just feel like people don't understand Capricorns, or they don't understand you. Maybe someone is talking down on Capricorn energy or something like that. You're like, you just wouldn't get it. Okay, I don't know, something like that. So you're like here in the Capricorn collective, you're like, I'm just gonna go to Saturn psychic because those Capricorns might get me. I don't know, something like that, okay? But maybe you struggle with finding places where you can be understood. Okay, that's just is what it is. Spirit is imploring you to express your identity, express your perspective, express your self-responsibility, express with the intention of understanding yourself, not to be understood. Because often greatness won't be understood. All of the great artists, philosophers, they weren't understood. They were actively resisted. In a lot of instances, they were assassinated. And it wasn't until later on that people started catching on. And I know in this life, you're like, well, I want to be understood in this life. But Spirit is like, okay, well, I understand you. And you understand you. So express yourself. Because if I understand you and you understand you, there's got to be more people out there who will understand you. Okay? And understand you as well. Maybe, just maybe, Capricorn, you are not meant to be understood by the world's current framework. And it's a double-edged sword. It's a blessing in terms of being free from the present day framework, but also being misunderstood by the present day framework. So perhaps you're not meant to be understood, but your feelings are totally valid about that. Maybe all you've ever wanted was to be understood. So you went on a journey seeking yourself, seeking your soul, seeking to understand yourself. Soul searching. The lyrics of this song go, "You should be ashamed when you play those games. We are not the same. Watch me melt away." Okay, so you are melting away from someone's reality, maybe because they don't understand you. And I asked, what do they not understand about you? We have the Empress here. We have the Magician here. We have the Hermit here. The Eight of Coins and the Knight of Swords. So you can do and accomplish many things at once from this Hermit energy or from the shadow energy here. You could be a shadow worker. You could be a light worker doing your shadow work. It doesn't really matter. But anyway, the Hermit is here. So you have a depth of knowledge within something. For some of you that are neurodivergent, you could have special interests that go so deep. Okay, or you like to stay to yourself. There's something about you that comes off as ancient or knowledgeable or in depth. With the Magician here and the Hermit, it could be something about the occult. It's like people don't quite understand the grasp you have over your spirituality or the effort you pour into it. People don't quite understand. Maybe you're the type that likes to talk to yourself when you're alone, okay? And you feel as if other people would call you crazy for that. The virus and the antidote. So I feel as if someone could treat you like you're a virus that needs to be rid of. You're some disease or sickness. And this is reminding me of a reading I did a long time ago with the title, "They treated you like a disease, so you provide the cure by leaving their life." You're like, okay, goodbye. You're not going to understand me, but I understand myself. And that's what matters here, Capricorn. That's what matters. So don't stop expressing yourself, okay? Don't stop expressing yourself. Don't stop taking care of yourself, okay? Because Spirit understands you. You understand you. And yes, there are going to be people out there that will, can, and do understand you too. But you can't be understood if you don't express yourself, right? There's something about that. It's like some people will never understand you no matter how much you express yourself, but there are people who will. Something about Star Wars could be significant, okay? So there could be something about the light versus the dark. With the Hermit here, maybe you really understand the dark. You've had to face the dark within. You've had to face the dark within other people. And the only way to understand, understand, and overstand the darkness that you have faced in your life is to understand the darkness inside of yourself too. And that's the only way you have learned to overcome that darkness. It wasn't through resistance. It was through understanding, integrating, sitting with it. Not only observing it, but living it. Inside and out, you understand the darkness to the point where you've planted seeds within that darkness. Someone could be getting like indoor plants or plants that need low lighting or not that much lighting or something like that. There's just something about like seeds, okay? This is going to be so cliche, but it's like seeds are literally buried in the earth where it's dark. But I'm seeing those seeds you planted in the shadow or in the darkness that you learned about through experience. They're growing, or they have grown. There's also something about your words planting seeds that grow within other people's shadow. Your words act as seeds, Capricorn, within the minds of many. With the minds of whoever your words touch. So they may not understand you, but they internalize you. Is something surreal gonna happen? Yes. Okay. And then here's that sun again. The surreal thing here. 10 of coins. The Ace of Swords. So yeah, I feel like you do grab the mic and you speak your truth, okay? The surreal thing is that by owning your truth, you find people who do understand. Maybe your entire life, Capricorn, you felt like no one would ever understand you. No one ever did understand you. But the more you understood yourself and you expressed yourself, you found people who do understand you. Or you will. Or you will. That's what's crazy with the 10 of Pentacles and the 10 of Cups here, just like the last reading. Some people get it more than you get it. Some people get it more than you get it. Some people will understand you more than you understand yourself. That's what I'm getting here. We have a King of Pentacles here. A King of Pentacles understands you. This could be your family or part of your soul family. Dude, this is making me emotional. Oh my God. What's surreal is that there are people who understand you even deeper than you understand you. That's what I'm getting. That's what's crazy, okay? But if you don't express yourself, you'll never know that people do understand you. Whatever you say next, Capricorn, it's something that you say. It's what you realize next, and what you say next that's completely surreal to yourself and maybe other people as well. Maybe so surreal because other people who feel that no one will ever understand them, they feel understood by you, and they understand you too. So you have goal. I heard platter, maybe something about a silver platter. I heard platter, but we have goal and we have float. So flying and floating. So floating takes less effort, but flying takes more effort. There's something about finding a balance between release and persistence. So you're pushing forward for some sort of opportunity here, while at the same time you're melting away where you need to. You want to find the people that see you as a solution, not a problem. So you're melting away from anyone who sees you as a problem because they don't understand you, and flying to seek and find the people who do understand you and see you as a solution or relief or something like that, okay? Because you come bearing fruits or flowers that others could see as like pesky seaweed. And that's the thing too, when you see birds, they'll flop, 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 and then they coast. So that's kind of the energy. Maybe you are really trying to figure out the dance of your life where, okay, now I need to put in effort. Fly, fly, fly. And now I can take my foot off the pedal a little bit and just coast. And it's kind of surreal that you're figuring it out. So you fly, 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 and then you find guidance, safety, and solitude at a lighthouse, okay? Someone could accept your flowers, understand your flowers. So there's a dance between invisibility and visibility as well, okay? When you're flapping, that's the visibility, and you're coasting, it's invisibility. So moving between the two and accepting both realities or something of that sort, okay? Multitudes, yeah, it says multitudes on here. You contain multitudes, the understood and the misunderstood. Just in the same way you understand some and misunderstand others. You understand yourself and sometimes you misunderstand yourself. But collective and solitude, that's so funny that I split the deck again and we have a card that says solitude and collective. Oneness versus individuation, moving between the two. So when you're misunderstood, there you have your individuation. You are separate from others. But then when you're understood, there's that oneness, collective energy where you are not that separate from others. So that's interesting. It's like being able to coast through both, fly through both, flying and coasting. Seeking guidance and being a guide. Kick, push, then coast. I'm hearing that song. So maybe right now you're in a space where you need to kick, push a little bit. Fill up your cup, express yourself, kick, push, and soon you will coast. And it's going to be surreal. But you're finding your kind, you're finding your own mind, you're finding your people, you're finding yourself in the process too. And while you're finding yourself, other people are finding you. Alright? Very interesting. This is like the life of a psychonaut with many, many interpreters. And you are the phenomena being interpreted by many different eyes. Some will understand, some will not. Some want to understand and don't. Some don't want to understand even though they do. Just different things here, okay? There's something about you finding a new muse. You're finding a muse within others or a muse within life. Inspiration. And it could be people who understand you or people you understand and they act as a muse, okay? Awareness. Whoa. Omens, okay? There's some sort of omen here showing up, Capricorn. So yeah, I feel like in this reading you are learning to be okay with being misunderstood. And seeing that actually it's enough that I understand myself. This is one component of some sort of surreal happening, is that you're discovering that it actually is enough that you understand yourself. Even if you want to be understood, it's enough sometimes that you understand yourself. So you may not realize this, Capricorn, or maybe you do, I'm not sure, but there's some sort of revenge you are getting. You've developed a profound strength in the face of some sort of cunning energy, but there's an energy of revenge coming through, okay? Wow. And that's what's surreal. So maybe you never thought that you would see the day where you are actually understood. Yeah. Did you hear that? I heard that. That came from my altar across the room. That's confirmation. So you never thought you would see the day where you would actually be understood. That's the irony here. It's like almost as if once you realize, like, actually it's more than enough that I understand myself. And then bam, you are understood. You never expected it. You never expected it. Okay, but you are understood. And that has something to do with some sort of revenge. Okay, where someone maybe didn't want you to be understood. Something about Lowe's or Home Depot could be significant. Something about Italy could be significant. And then Hong Kong. So there's something about like people seeing through illusions to see who you really are. This is the initial trickling in of some sort of blessings, justice, redemption, your name being cleared or something of that sort. Yeah, see the Fool and the Ten of Swords. It's like you skip multiple steps and you just get up and leap. Up off of rock bottom and you leap. No one understands me. And then you're like, actually, it's more than enough that I understand myself. And then bam, as soon as you step into this energy, there is someone or other people that slice through illusions to see the truth about you, but you're getting away from some sort of betrayal type of energy here. You know how they say you shouldn't stay around people who tolerate you, but find people who celebrate you? Well, I feel like you're in an arena where you're not even tolerated. It's like a lack of tolerance. So it could be a corrupt way of being where there's no tolerance for people who are different. So it's like you are not tolerated somewhere. And so you're like, okay, well, if I'm your disease, let me disappear out of your reality completely, entirely, and forever. And you're literally finding a space where not only you are celebrated, but you celebrate others as well. The Moon, yeah, you have no fear. You realize that you can release yourself from fear because there's really nothing to be afraid of. Unless you're afraid of being misunderstood, which I'm seeing you're not. But yeah, it says always watching. So someone could be always watching you. Always watching, and even after you leave, you will still be watched. Maybe in every place you go or every platform, you're being watched on every platform, okay? So it's like if someone can't tolerate you, then why are they always watching you? You know what I think? I think it's because there's something inside another person that feels a resonance with you, but they're in such deep resistance to it that they have to almost punish you for their curiosity, punish you for their unconscious or hidden affinity. For one example, like on TikTok, I always see Christians commenting under witches' posts. And it's like, why are Christians even looking at so many witches' pages? Why is their algorithm filled with witches? Well, they're gonna scapegoat someone else, even though it's them literally seeking it out. Like, that's how algorithms work, right? Is that the more you engage with witch-related content, the more you're gonna be shown that content. But then Christians will be under the post calling people evil, all this. It's like, okay, well, I personally believe that Christians at some level, they have that deep curiosity or a deep desire for liberation from such a confining, in my opinion, organized religion. That could be what this is. It's like someone has like this curiosity or this draw to like the dark side, so to speak, right? Could even be shadow work, whatever. But someone has this draw, this curiosity or resonance with the dark side. So they can't stop watching. They can't pull away. They watch your every move. They watch you on every platform on social media. But then they feel either guilty or resistant towards that part of themselves that has that curiosity, which is innocent. In my opinion, that's innocent. from the perspective of Abrahamic religions, it's not innocent, but in my opinion, it's innocent to have that curiosity, right? Like I've said before, spirituality doesn't punish you for having doubt or curiosity. So someone has a resistance to their own darkness. So instead of like owning that or taking a look at that, they're gonna be PO'd at you for liberating yourself, and they're gonna lash out at you as a way to punish you for their own curiosity, for them going outside of the bounds of what their own religion says they can and can't do. That's their responsibility, but they put it on you, and they're always watching even though you've already walked away. You're no longer afraid. You're no longer afraid. You're like, I don't care if they're watching or not. I know that they have a resonance. I know that there's something within them that is curious, that wants more, that seeks more, that wants liberation. This is like the dark side of the moon. It is that darkness, see? And the Page of Wands can be like a spark of inspiration. So it's like this affinity for darkness. It's also a lack of fear. So you're not afraid of your shadow. You're not afraid of the shadow, the collective shadow. You're not afraid of darkness. You understand it. You're inspired by it. There's a song playing called Bleed Like I Bleed. Look it up. Good song. I have a feeling you don't like me. Catch my disease. Oh my God, here we go with the chills again. Catch my disease, I'll let you bite me. He think he tough, highly unlikely. I'll rip him up, he bleed like I bleed. So at the end of the day, we all have a skeleton. We all bleed the same. We all use the fucking bathroom. Like, we're not that different. He bleeds like I bleed. You know what I mean? So it could be that people want you dead. Literally, that's what I mean by intolerance. It's like, it's not enough to just walk away. People want you dead. But the thing is like you're about to be understood, the King of Cups. There's someone here that loves the shadow, that loves the darkness. There's an affinity there and no resistance to that affinity. Okay, so you're finding other hermits. Wow, look what popped out, the Hermit. Look what popped out, the Hermit. That's crazy. You're finding other hermits. That's so crazy, you guys. My readings trip me out a lot. But yeah, it's like something's being revealed here with the Hermit reverse. Something's being revealed. It's like something's popping out of the darkness. It's like someone's eyes are adjusting to the darkness whether they like it or not. They're going to see themselves in you. 2 Cups. Yeah, you're befriending and connecting with other people that are inspired by the Hermit energy, enticed by it, allured by it, curious about it. All of those, okay? So that's the revenge, is that you disappear from where you're not tolerated or where people want to see you disappear. They want to see you disappear, so you disappear and then they follow you. That's what's ironic, because there's something deep inside themselves that they want to integrate so bad. They can't detach the same way you do. They can't disappear the same way you do. They act like they want you to disappear, but they don't. They actually don't. Someone could be apologizing or trying to make up for being unsupportive, unkind, discouraging, like bullying or something like that. Maybe they expected a different result. Like maybe they didn't expect you to just detach or go a different direction or go your own way. But then once you do, then someone's like, oh shit, I'm sorry. Yeah, for being cruel. And things are really coming full circle, where you went through a very challenging experience over a long time or maybe your lifetime. And you're finally coming to the place where, because you understand yourself so deeply, you're actually finding people who do understand you. And in that way, it's like things come full circle. And your strength is like never before. Your strength is expanded like never before. Siren. Oh my God, why is this like the same card as the last reading? The last reading we got Siren from a whole other deck. The letter E could be significant. The name Emily could be significant. The number X or the letter X. I said the number X, which is 10. That's interesting. 10, the Wheel of Fortune. But EX, the letter S, could be significant. Yeah, there could be something about a femme fatale. So maybe you're embodying that energy if you're feminine or someone else's, okay? Or even if you're masculine, you could be integrating, seeking, expressing some sort of femme fatale energy. Just depends on who you are. We're all complex creatures. So take it how it fits for you or just leave it, all right? Yeah, see? I cannot make this up, you guys. This fits in with the message of what I just said. It says, the siren exists in the eyes of those who crave her. And because desire has a habit of turning to guilt and then to blame, that's exactly what it is. It's desire. She is seen as a destructive temptress. She is seen as the epitome of sexuality and allure, sometimes charming and elegant, other times blatantly provocative, and even evil. The name Vaughn could be significant. In reality, the siren is ambiguous. Not to herself, but to those who envy her or want her. That's what's crazy. You're not ambiguous to yourself, but to others. Whether countess or courtesan, Venus or Kali, her sensuality has the power to disturb and confuse those who cannot take their eyes off of her. It's the same energy. It's like being tempted by the darkness because it has this allure, but there's also this fear of destruction. Curiosity killed the cat, yet satisfaction brought it back. She is two sides of a single figure, two sides of the same coin. A manifestation of sublime beauty and a hellfire of destruction. But the siren is more. She is highly intelligent, and like the wolf, she has made peace with her hungers. She understands her body's needs, and she has learned to rise above the crude duplicity of men. Wow. Wow! But if you pass beyond her jagged shoreline, she is far more. Zoom. She provides you with the opportunity to examine your destructive desires. And if you permit her, she will teach you the art of directing your passions away from hedonism towards a loving union. So actually, you can't transmute destructive desires unless you're willing to face them, acknowledge them, accept them, okay? But that's what I have for you guys. Thank you so much for choosing me as your reader. I appreciate your support towards me and the other Capricorns down in the comments. Don't forget to like the reading. Don't forget to leave a comment. If you're introverted, cool, you're welcome too. But thank you so much, you guys, and hopefully I get to see you next time. Bye-bye.